There's nothing weirder than seeing Nardole in her pajamas next to a dead Roman. So this is the first for Doctor Who. A classic series writer, Runa Monroe, I think that's how it's spelt it, or how you say it, has written this episode for Doctor Who, and classic series writer writing New Who stuff. And once you know it's a classic series writer, it makes a lot of sense. Because this episode isn't just a slow burner, like it's a slow igniter and a slow burner. Because I feel like she wrote it for a classic series, like more than one part. So, yeah, it's a good try for a first attempt for a classic series writer, but I think she wrote it like a classic series and not a new series, like a one-parter. But that being said, it is an okay episode. Like, the Scottish mountains, that's a basic setting, nothing more. And it's whole just basically trying to find out what happened to the Ninth Legion. Great, simple, and it's just lending to Bill's character because she ends up having a bet with the Doctor. That's good, and it shows she's relatable. Like Clara would have just probably found out wouldn't have done a bet, or even asked. She'd probably used, one of her versions of her from history and talked to her. Bill is still relatable. Then again, Clara was in her first series. Then the Impossible Girl story arc ended, and then she stopped being relatable in series 9. This, she, Bill's still relatable, good, and Nardole. That was good. Nardole's still enjoyable, and I'm guessing he's leaving at the end of this year, so I'm actually enjoying him, and I don't find him annoying anymore. But let's talk about the locals, the Romans and the Picts. The Picts, they were okay. There weren't really much character to them, apart from Car and her brother. They were the only ones with characters, and I think they're the only ones who even spoke. The Romans, on the other hand, they had a lot more character, like the being cowards and running away. I like that, showing that they weren't all brave, and that moment with Lucius and Bill, also good. But the Eaters of Light. Let's talk about this creature, because we don't really see any of it that, or see the creature that well. We see its tentacle things, and then we see it through the gateway. That's about it. I mean, there is a picture of it standing still, and yeah, it looks alright, but we really should have got. I think we should have got a better look at it. And and let's talk about the crows going car. Is it cheesy? Yes, it's cheesy as hell. But classic series writer Doctor Who used to be cheesy, and a lot more cheesy than that. But it's okay. Like, crows used to be able to talk, but now they just say car. It's Doctor Who. We've had weirder. Speaking of which, I liked how I liked the idea of Bill going off, solving it, going off on her own, and then it just leaves the Doctor and Nardole. because we didn't really get that much in the Husbands of River Song, or not the Husbands of River Song, the Return of Doctor Mysterio. And I kind of enjoyed it. I feel like it should have gone on longer. But we should talk about the major thing of this episode. The Picts and the Romans understanding each other. That Stardust Translation Circuit coming into the plot of the episode, I like that. Because it's just mentioned. And I like how Bill figured it out for herself. She didn't just go along with it and then ask the Doctor later. She figured it out herself. That was good. Because look, Bill's probably one of the better companions of the new series. Because she can figure stuff out for herself. She can stand up for herself. And she's probably may stay, if this is her only series, she'll stay relatable through her entire run. Just like the Rusty Davies series. So, but this story is one of those stories that get bookended by the modern day with two kids listening to the music. That was okay because it was a nice kind of red herring because when the kid or the boy mentioned it being ghosts, I genuinely thought we were going down that road again. But it wasn't. He just thought they were ghosts. That was fine. Good to be bookended. And Missy. I like how she's confined to the TARDIS now. Because it shows the Doctor trusts her. But not enough to let her go free. She's still stuck in the TARDIS. I like that. And that leads perfectly into the next episode. Where she's being tried out. Or basically good guy auditions. But since this was the last standalone episode of the series, it was a good one. I enjoyed it, and hell, the child actors were all good. They seemed genuinely experienced. So, I think I'm going to give this episode a 7 out of 10. Great setting, great ideas. The writing was good, even if a little slow. And the Doctor is saying he's going to go into the gate. Granted, I thought that wouldn't happen, but then I thought the series finale trailer, titled "The Doctor Falls," but then no, that was only for about a second. Then I thought, oh no, that's not going to happen. So they really didn't need to put that in. But hey, the Picts and the Romans uniting at the end, that was good, and Doctor Who's just great. So next time, Jonathan returning, and what I've been told by some news, Stephen Moffat planning the riskiest move in the show's history. I'm worried, people. We should all be worried.